Holy fucking shit. This cathedral is way too extravagant. Are they trying to make people feel broke as hell or what? Yeah. Probably shouldn't be swaying up a storm at a cathedral, should I? Alright, let's find the dumbest looking priest. They're the most likely to slip up. Why are you pulling my collar up? Hey, don't button my shirt. Knock it off. She said you were supposed to keep her in check. So that's exactly what you're doing. If she wants to act like a pious paladin, she needs to look the part. The least she can do is button up her shirt and hide that hickey you gave her. I knew you would be too embarrassed to let me show it off. No, I suppose you're right. Maybe it is a good idea to try to look normal. Good lamb. Now, time to find an idiot amongst these holy men. It shouldn't be too hard. We probably want to avoid any ranking priest or speakers. Oh, I think we found our mark. Yeah, the one sweeping near the offering box. I doubt they'd let anyone of value sweep here. Let's see what we can coax out of him, Greetings, Father. I am Keeper Sorinah, a paladin of 𝐷𝐶 hailing from 𝐒𝐇𝐀𝐄. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Blessings upon you, native 𝐷𝐶. I am Father Aelius. What a divine day to meet a fellow devotee. I hope you forgive my impertinence for not recognizing a paladin of your rank. They do not normally arrive in our cathedral in, well, civilian clothes.
Yes. My travels have been long, so forgive the simple attire. Let's say I was in a rush to seek wisdom from 𝐷𝐶's teachings. It has been so long since I've been within the halls of his worship. There's so much to learn from our predecessors' experiences. Don't you agree?
Indeed. The chronicles of those who walked before us are a wellspring of knowledge. Perchance, do you know of which era or chapter you're interested in learning?
If I had to limit myself to just a fraction of their eminence, something that shows a triumph of the Father's light. Like maybe the teachings of Saint Laurel, the one who cleansed the demons of destruction with his unwavering faith. Wouldn't you say tales of that are just so inspiring?
They are the very symbol of 𝐷𝐶's power. Through our unwavering devotion, we are able to triumph over the evil seeds of this world.
And yet, we still have moments where we falter. Perhaps we're the faithful half-fuck. Before she can swear and likely go into a smart-ass remark, you elbow her in her side and take over the conversation. You say you heard from a neighboring village about such moments, and you were both intrigued to learn more. Yes, my companion and I did cross through Northwich, and were inspired to show the faithful has learned from their failings of the past. What better way to do that than here, after such a great tragedy?
Northwich. The church's history there is not one often spoken of. It was a difficult time, and indeed there may have been missteps.
Missteps are a part of life, but what is most important is what we amend for those mistakes, no? Is there a record of such efforts?
Well, such records aren't kept within public eye. In fact, I believe they're held within the secured archive. Oh, but I wouldn't have access to a place like that. Apologies, miss.
Oh, please, no need to apologize for rules. They're put in place to keep us safe. At least that's what they tell you. You clear your throat over her snide remark and say you trust in 𝐷𝐷𝐿's plan, but you are curious where such archives would be.
The archives are located beneath the sanctuary. It is said that the knowledge can be both a beacon and a burden. It is relieving to know you understand the delicate balance of transparency and protecting the flock from dangerous history.
Of course. Controlling what the flock reads is all a part of this. Oh, but that is neither here nor there. Thank you, Father. Have a blessed day. And please, keep my visit a secret. I cannot stay long within the city, and it would be a shame if my studies were distracted due to other duties that they may try to give an off-duty paladin.
Oh, sure. We all have our reasons. You can trust me.
I feel so gross after that. Thanks for making sure I didn't get ahead of myself. I knew you were good for something. It was amusing to see Sorinah act so well behaved. You snicker a bit and say, she might actually make a good paladin. If only she could watch her tongue. I make a fantastic paladin, thank you very much. I'm just not as wound up as the others, which honestly makes me a lot more efficient. Makes it so that I don't have to follow the rules. Do I follow 𝐷𝐷𝐿? By the goddess, no, far too boring. I follow a more esoteric goddess. Ever heard of 𝐒𝐄𝐑𝐀𝐑𝐄? I didn't think so. She was the second goddess I followed. I know, so scandalous. She's all about freedom, travels, and dreams. Most depict her as the night sky or the moon. I've told you about how I don't dream, right? I have some otherworldly experience when I rest, and, well, to be honest, it's nice to get a goddess's protection, especially if she's more in tune with dreams. And besides, who doesn't love freedom? Well, enough talking about my spiritual side. Quick thinking about asking where the archive is. I think the two of us could easily sneak in. Truthfully, I don't know the knock spell, so we'd have to buy a scroll of it. Don't want to run into any locked doors and, well, be stumped on how to get through. You know how to lockpick? Well, well, well. Didn't realize you had such a rebellious side. As a bounty hunter, sometimes you do need to be multifaceted to get your mark. Well, don't you worry. I'll be using every facet of you to my advantage. I hope you don't mind. Well, my dear lamb, why don't we strike later in the night? Not only is it my favorite time, but it'll be easier to go in invisibly if we don't have to dodge the faithful citizens. Alright, it's time. Since we're both going invisible, you'll need to hold on to me so we don't lose track of each other. You ask if that's an invitation to hold wherever you want. I've turned your mind into something rather dirty, haven't I? Whoopsies. Or perhaps it was always that way all along, and I just made you a bit more comfortable with it. But you shouldn't get too handsy. I'm sure some god might think we're devils if we did. For now, let's keep it to hands, shoulders, and waist. Maybe we can play a little afterwards, if we succeed. Alright, hold still for me. Now, hold on to me and follow me in. And remember, stay close. Careful now. The cathedral is far more active at night than I would have suspected. We're going to want to move on the outside. If push comes to shove, I can always fly us over there. But the black feathers might give us away, or may make them think that there's an ominous sign. Wait a moment. There's that priest we talked to earlier. The deacon seems to be questioning him about us. Oh, he's actually covering up for us. What a good boy. Yes, I suppose we can move on, lest we be heard. Under lock and key. If you don't mind using those magic fingers of yours. But before you say it, save it for later. With a slight chuckle, you get to work. The lock is quite complex, but you always did enjoy the challenge. I hate to rush you, dear, but this spell has a duration. We spent a quarter of it flirting, so we need to be mindful. Finally. Hurry up and get inside. Well. Quite the collection. Relics, jewels, and way too many books. We've got a little over 30 minutes to find the book, read it, and put it back. Then get the hell out of here. So let's not waste any more time. Sorinah and you scour the archives, attempting to find any history on Northwich. It isn't the best organization system, but luckily for you, you have a wicked smart vampire on your side. She finds the books, you bring them to a table, she finds more, you move more, she reads them, you put them away. Honestly, you're mostly just being used for your height here, but it's a working system. Whoa, wait. I think this is the one. Northwich claimed to have supernatural blah blah blah. Inquisitors do stupid blah. A young priestess received an oracle about Northwich's trials and how it was going to turn sour. Instead of attempting to stop it, they distanced themselves from the Inquisition group and labeled them as a heretical sect. They acted like it was a warning to protect them and their churches. But it was probably a warning to save those citizens from that village. Failing to heed that oracle caused the Inquisitors to lose their divine spells. And yet the cathedral themselves faced no punishment from 𝐒𝐶𝐄𝐁. See, this is why gods could be damned themselves. Sure, fuck that Inquisition. But let's not forget that this place covered their own asses and acted like it was fine. It's fucking ridiculous. I know. We really can't do anything. But the public can. Oh, come on. I know I said I would return the book after finding it. But did you see this cathedral? They are siphoning money from the devotees. If we take this knowledge out of here and give it to the right person, a lot could happen. Sure, vigilante justice isn't anything. But justice is still justice, and I think these people deserve it. I'm not exactly one who likes people who abuse their power.
I did not realize I'd allowed wolves within my flock. Sneaking in with such wicked magic. How truly foul.
Fuck, the invisibility spell. Alright, Deacon. How about this? I put the book down and you just let us walk out of here.
I'm afraid that really isn't an option for you. I cannot have heretics running free amongst the sheep. So, I will have to decline your offer.
Well, you're not going to like the second option if you don't want to make a deal.
The second option is having the guards haul your paralyzed bodies off to jail.
Damn, here I thought I was finally making up for all my sins. I thought maybe next time I died I wouldn't end up in a place worse than hell. But I think murdering a deacon might set me back a little bit.
You could only sigh and take out your sword.
Of course this wasn't going to go as planned. Several more clerics begin to file in behind her. Seems like this is shaping up to be a real fight.